Welcome everybody to Plover, Wisconsin here in Spud Field, home of the Pacelli Cardinals, as we are finally going to come back into action from all the way dating back a few weeks ago in April between the two programs of the Division II 17-0 number one team in the division, the Mosinee Indians, and the number one team in the Division 5 standing, sitting at 17-1 on the season and 10-0 in the Central Wisconsin South Conference, the Pacelli Cardinals. Good to have you guys back, everybody. It's the Auto Select pregame show, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. We'll be right back for the pregame.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
And welcome back, everybody, here in Plover. Just getting ready for the first pitch of the ball game here in Plover. Temperatures sitting at around 60 degrees, and conditions that we have here: cloudy skies, overcast. We might see a few sprinkles here and there throughout our game today, but compared to 3 weeks ago, I think we should be all right. As Coach Cody Brisky and Ann Molsky greeting each other at the home plate, as well as some of the players. Hannah Trzynski, the lone Pacelli Cardinal, doing the greet on the mound with Coach. And then there's 4 Mosinee Indians that are out there getting ready for their greeting. But how about these two teams? So Mosinee sitting at 17-0 this season. They played a few games down in Tennessee earlier in the season, and they also traveled down to Florida. And in Florida, the conditions were great there. They came back from Florida, and coming back from there, they came into the snowstorms that were here in Wisconsin. And Cody Britsky, he was telling me that story a few weeks ago, just kind of going back to it. But Mosinee 17-0, 9-0 in the Great Northern Conference, and they are the Lone Wolves sitting atop of that conference right now. And looking at how the Great Northern Conference is sitting, Mosinee in first at 9-0, Anago sitting at 7-3, Medford 7-3, Lakeland 6-3, Tomahawk 3-7, Northern Pines 1-9, and Rhinelander 1-9. So Mosinee, they're just about to clinch their ticket of conference champions in the Great Northern. Same for the Pacelli Cardinals, who are getting ready to clinch a title in the Central Wisconsin South. But first, they're going to have to worry about this game today. But then coming up for them will be Mondovi.
No anthem. No anthem.
And then Almond Bancroft.
No anthem.
And Almond Bancroft is the team that Pacelli just needs to take down to clinch that conference title, because in the Central Wisconsin South, we'll pull it up here, the Pacelli Cardinals sitting at 10-0 after a 16-0 victory over Pittsville, and the 4th consecutive perfect game from Amelia Martini. Just some crazy statistics there for you. But Almond Bancroft sitting at 8-1 in the conference.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
And Almond Bancroft last time they played Pacelli, that game was not very close. Then it was Wild Rose sitting in third at 4-5, Rosholt 4-7, Pittsville at 3-5, Port Edwards at 3-6, and Tri-County sitting at 1-9 in conference play.
Now let's meet today's lineups.
This should be a very exciting matchup that we have today here on Zaleski Sports. We thank all of our viewers for tuning in live to our action today.
Catcher. Number 7, Maggie Waller. Right field.
Able to get the setup here
Number 22.
going early so we get to have a longer pregame show
Kristen Wicklund, first base.
into the game. But now we're going to introduce the starting lineups for each of these teams, starting with the away team at the Mosinee Indians.
1, Emily.
Taylor Jershly is batting first, number 23, and she's going to be playing at shortstop. Then it is the center fielder, number 13, Amber Gonzalez. Then playing at catcher, it's number 2, Elena Benbenick, number 33. Then at number 7, in right field, it's Maggie Wohler. Then batting fifth at second base is number 22, Addison Hendrick. Then batting sixth at first base is Tristan Wicklund. Then batting seventh, it's in the left field, Adeline Strait, number 32. And batting eighth is the pitcher, number 18, Ava Bussey. And number 9 for the Indians, it's number 1 over at third base, Emily Verhasselt.
Second base, Eva Tess. Our subs today, number 3,
Then for
3 elevator order.
the Pacelli Cardinals, batting first, it's number 2, the freshman Maddie Pionic, playing over at third base today, as per usual. Then batting second, it is the junior, number 5, over in center field, Katie Elka. Batting third at first base is number 11, the senior Hannah Trzynski. Batting fourth, it is the catcher, number 7, junior Kaylin Yenter. Then batting fifth, it is number 8, who is playing at shortstop, Kelsey Giese. Then batting sixth, it is number 18 in right field, Amelia Martini. Batting seventh, number 13, pitching today is Peyton Mansell. And batting eighth, it is number 18 in right field, in left field, Kaden Nelson. And to round off the starting 9, it is number 20, playing second base, Ava Tess. Then the Pacelli Cardinals do have a few reserves who may possibly check in during this game, maybe as pinch runners, maybe hitters, we're not too sure. But number 3, Jaden Zedrug, number 33, Ella Van Order, and number 15, Rylan Mayick. Here we go. Take 2. Here on Zaleski Sports. It's the Cardinals and the Indians. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Mansell on the mound, pitching to Taylor Jershly. Jershly, a big swing and a miss. Down 0-1. And I have not had the time yet to talk about these teams in their conferences. Although they are undefeated, they have been juggernauts. And that is putting it lightly. This ball missing just up high. It's a 1-1 count. Mosinee has scored 120 runs in conference play, only allowing 5. So a differential of 115. And for Pacelli, they've scored 159 runs in the 10 games, allowing 1 run, swung and fouled off by Jershly, which those numbers are just insane, being a total differential of 158 runs for the Cardinals. 1-2 the count. Last time we saw Peyton Mansell pitch was against Poynette last week. This pitch just missed it for a ball, 2-2. The Cardinals' only loss this year coming to Assumption a few weeks ago, pretty close to a month ago. Already, Jershly hits this high into the air into center field, and Elka's got it for the first out.
Up next for the innings, number 13, Amber Gonzalez.
So Jershly is retired on the fly ball into center field. Amber Gonzalez batting next. But over in Poynette, just over a week ago, Peyton Mansell won the complete game shutout mode against one of the best teams in Division III. And now Pacelli is taking on one of the best teams in Division II, if not the best. Because when you're sitting at an undefeated record, you have the right to be called the best. 1-0 here to Gonzalez. Here comes the pitch. Swung on right over to Coach Britsky. So evens the count at 1-1. And I spoke with both of the coaches here in today's game, and they had essentially the same words. They felt very confident in their team. They were feeling very good with how things have been going. Coach Britsky seemed very calm and collected. This ball fouled in the air just over the net. If that ball doesn't go over the net there, I think Kaylin Yenter would have a play behind the plate to get the second out. Nonetheless, it's a 1-2 count. Mansell from the stretch. Off speed, popped up very lightly to Pionic for out number 2.
Back for the Indians, number 33, Alana Benbenic.
Now it's Alana Benbenic batting in the third spot. 2 gone here in the first inning. Peyton Mansell in the game against Poynette had the 4 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Pacelli had to travel nearly an hour, 30 minutes to get to that one on a Tuesday. Takes first pitch for a strike here. If Benbenic can reach base, Maggie Waller on deck. Speak of the devil, she gets hit by a pitch, and Maggie Waller will come to the plate. Not saying I'm a sidekick there, but that happened right on cue. Runner on first base. 2 gone. First pitch swinging, fouled back. As the crowd here is starting to build up here at the WIAA Park Complex, here at Spud Field. Some of the folks brought some umbrellas to protect themselves from possible rain. Not sure if it's going to rain or not today. This ball's hit very sharply into center field. High back, and this ball is gone. A 2-run shot for Maggie Waller to bring the Mosinee Indians on top 2-0 over the ace, Peyton Mansell. That ball was crushed. And that's the consequences of putting at least one of those runners on base. Could have been a 1-2-3 inning. Instead, they hit by pitch and then the home run to make it a 2-0 lead for the number 1 team in Division II. Addie Henrik at the plate here. Takes a ball just outside 1-1. Maggie Waller laid the barrel down on that swing and sent it right out of here in straight center field. Off speed, foul tip into the mitt for a strike, 1-2. Mansell trying to get out of it here. The pitch, fastball outside. Evens the count at 2s. On number 22, a bunch of 2s. From the stretch, fastball inside, called strike 3. An emphatic call behind the plate by the home plate umpire. And all 3 are retired now. But Maggie Waller hits one deep to bring Mosinee up 2-0 here in this take 2 between Mosinee and Pacelli here on Zaleski Sports.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza!
Pizza, hands down pizza.
I love it!
Cheese sauce, toppings and slices.
You'll love it too!
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
And welcome back, everybody. Today's game is presented by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. It's a 2-0 ball game. Second pitch of the at-bat for Matty Pionic to lead things off for the Pacelli Cardinals goes foul. It's a 1-1 count. So the pitching matchup today, Peyton Mansell against Ava Bussey. And if I believe, these were the pitchers who were against each other in that game that lasted just over 3 innings. 2-1 the count. This ball is lined and hit sharply into left field. It's a base hit for the freshman to start the day for the heavy-hitting Pacelli Cardinals. And Pacelli saying, hey, Mosinee, what you can do, I can do better. Gets the first runner aboard on base. And now it's Katie Elka who will come to the plate, playing at center field. And if you're Ava Bus, you got to be aware of the aggressive base running from this team. Throw back to first, and it gets away. And Pionic, she's going to run to second. And the throw, no throw into second base, and Pionic has stolen second. Once again, I say it on cue. There's 2 plays, not even an inning in, where I've been a sidekick, pitch into the dirt. Rolled by, good stop by Benbenek behind the plate to keep Pionic on second. Ava Bus from the stretch. Sets to drop a bunt. It's a beauty from Elka. The throw to first is in time. Throw back to third, and it gets away. And that was a mistake of a throw by Mosinee. Pacelli has brought it back to 1.
Number 11, Hannah Brzezinski.
That's just something you can't do right there. That was a waste of a throw. That throw shouldn't have been made from first over to third. And just like that, with 1 down, it's a 1-run game. It was a good sacrifice, though, by Katie Elka. Strike, hitting the inside corner of the plate. Brzezinski watches inside again, catches that zone. And we have seen a few pitches hit the inside part, or maybe just missing the inside, but they've been called strikes. 0-2. Inside again, fouled off. That's the right idea if you're the pitcher. keep attacking the zone that the batter can't really get a good piece of the bat on. It's a 2-1 game. Pitch down into the dirt for a ball. 1-2 to the senior leader. Hannah Trzynski, she loves playing against really great and big teams. This is her type of environment she loves. Last week against Poynette, she hit that RBI triple to score or to give the lone run on the board and the win for the Cardinals. Here comes the pitch. High fastball. Fouled off. Kaylin Yenter awaiting on deck. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of rain go onto the field, and this ball's hit sharply into center field, tracking on it and making an outstanding grab in center field was Amber Gonzalez. That was a brilliant play. Wish we could have got that one on camera there. And the rain is starting to fall pretty good. First pitch hitting the inside part of the zone again for a strike. Oh and 1. Second pitch from Buss. It's a change up for a ball. Yenter did not fall for the off speed. And these fans, they were smart to bring those umbrellas. Foul back, and that was hit very powerfully behind the plate. So Ava Buss and Tristan Wickland ended up going up to each other there to hand out a ball, trying to keep the soft balls clean and not get them wet right off the inside part of the bat. A defensive swing from Yenter to stay at 1-2. Buss's pitch once again. Yenter making some good contact, some good cuts here early for the Pacelli Cardinals. We're in this one-run ball game here in the first. From the stretch. Down the line, foul. Yenter loves to hit the ball down that third base line. Just got to square up with the bat a little more. And now, with that softball being wet and dirty, they're going to try to clean it off there. Try to help out the pitcher here. 1-2. Change up. Popped up in the air. Gonzalez gets it in center field for out number 3. So, with all of that, Pacelli was able to bring it to within 1 thanks to the Maddie Pionic base hit. Then Katie Elko with the sacrifice bunt and the error throw from first to third. It's a 2-1 game here in Plover where the rain is falling. But we'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at madeacustom.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Top half of inning number 2. First pitch in there for a strike on Tristan Wickland. From Peyton Mansell, today's game is presented by Feltz Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Feltz Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Feltz Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Speaking of fun, they're playing in the rain. Third pitch up high, setup pitch from Mansell there. It's a 1-2 count. I was not expecting it to rain as hard as it is right now. I knew showers might be on and off, but this is pretty consistent. This pitch missed outside. Looked like a really good pitch. Evens the count at 2-2. Mansell from the stretch. Here it comes. Fastball. Fouled off the inside part of the bat. Two 2-1 ball game. This is the battle of the bests. Fastball way up high. And it's now a full count. Wickland has worked her way from 0-2 all the way to a full. The pitch, swung on and missed. A big strikeout there to build the confidence of number 13 on the mound, Peyton Mansell. When she cooks up those strikeouts, they deliver in bunches. And a line straight in the 7th spot now for the Indians. Watches this fastball. Just missed. One and 0. Here comes the second pitch. Down and away. As Straight kind of stepped off as the pitch was coming in. 2-0, a good hitter's count for the left fielder. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-1. As it is still raining. Much lighter of a rain though, fouled back from Straight. Mosinee coming off of a 17-0 win against Rhinelander. But Rhinelander, they only have one win in the Great Northern Conference this year. Pacelli coming off of a 16-0 win over Pittsville. Fouled back. In Pacelli's win, they only had 3 runs through 4 innings in the ballgame. And all of a sudden, in the 5th inning, they exploded with 13 runs off 12 hits. 2 home runs, one of them being a grand slam and the other being a 3-run bomb. Off speed, down the line foul. Coach using the soccer skills. As both coaches look at each other. And probably saying, I've seen so many more of those than you. Get used to it. Coach Britsky kind of laughing it off. 2-2. The pitch fouled away. We've seen a lot of foul balls here in this game. Tough to get those whiffs if you're a pitcher right now. Stepping up is Mansell. Popped up right over the booth here. And we'll try it again at 2-2. Mansell 6-0 pitching this year. Fastball, missed it outside. 3-2. And Adeline Straight is really working up the pitch count. Is this the 9th pitch of the at-bat? Somewhere around there. Here it comes. 3-2. Fastball. Missed it down low. And a base runner is on with 1 down.
Up for the Indians, number 18, Ava.
Last time a runner reached first via Walker getting hit, there was a home run. Now it's the pitcher against pitcher matchup. Ava Bussy. Sounds like her teammates like to call her the Bus. Not mistaken for Jerome Bettis. Pittsburgh Steeler great. 0-1 the count. Looks like the skies are clearing and the rain has stopped. Foul back. Be sure to check out all of our other sports action going on right now on ZaleskiSports.com. You can tune in there to see everything going on. And mainly look at scores and standings in the state of Wisconsin in WIAA. Throw to second from Yenter as it got away is not in time. And Mosinee now has a runner in scoring position. And I think going into this one, we all knew this was going to be a highly contested ball game. Based on the record and the size of these schools, you would think Mosinee would have the clearest advantage in broad daylight, but do not be mistaken for how great the defending state champions in Division 5 are. Looking to go back to state 2 years in a row. Off speed, missed it. Full count now on Bussy. One down. Mansell from the stretch. Here it comes. The pitch. Fouled off. Watch out there in the on-deck circle. Unbeliever Hasselt had to take some cover there. She doesn't really have any cover. It's all instinct. 3-2 again. The pitch. Down and away. 4-4. Runners on first and second.
Number 1, Emily Rassel.
Back-to-back walks for Peyton Mansell. 2 walks and a hit bats player. Substitution and pinch running is Brenna Dulac for the pitcher, Ava Bussy. So a good coaching play here by Cody Britsky. And it's down to the last batter of the order, Emily Verhasselt, with only 1 down. Swing and a miss. Runners staying put on the base pads. And it is raining again. Mansell's second pitch of the at-bat, right down the middle. 0-2. Now Verhassel's got to battle the 0-2 count. Straight was able to do it in her at-bat. High fastball, and it gets away. A rare mistake we see from Pacelli as the runners are now at second and third. Mansell's got some work to do here, needs 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position for Verhasselt. Mansell's pitch, swing and a miss, and she is down on strikes. A big strikeout there for Peyton Mansell. Now it's to the top of the order with Taylor Jerschley. Flew into center field in the first inning. That's a big out there for Pacelli. Pitch down into the dirt. It gets away. Yenter's throw to the back to Mansell is not there in time. And Mosinee puts one more runner up on the scoreboard. And it's a 3-1 game. And the base runner also has advanced to third. Mansell is going to be shooting herself in the foot with those 2 pitches that have gotten away. Fouled back. The only reason the base runners have advanced is because the 2 wild pitches. Only a 2-run game though. This pitch hits the outer part of the plate. That's the first time we've seen that one. It was a good pitch. Jerschley wasn't expecting a strike. 1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts on the inning for Peyton Mansell, but a runner does score via the 2 wild pitches and the walks given up by number 13. It's a 3-run game, or a 2-run game, and as we come back, we will have Kelsey Giese, Amelia Martini, and Peyton Mansell. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
And welcome back to today's game, everybody. We thank our game day sponsors, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Check swing by Giese. This one was a little up high, and it will be called a ball. A 3-1 ball game. Here in the second, Giese, a big swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Ava Bossi. 1-1. The pitch. Outside. She's working a lot faster behind that mound now compared to the first inning. 2-1. Off speed for a strike. That pitch looked well inside to me. Maybe it hit her bat. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Giese. 1 down in the second for Pacelli. I'm still a little offset by that second strike. Now Amelia Martini. Ground ball down the line. It did start foul and then went back into fair territory, so it's a foul ball. Just a few inches from being out number 2. Now we're going to find out if a few inches could be the difference between a run and an out. Martini coming off of an outstanding pitching performance. Same for hitting performance against Pittsville. Takes a strike. Second time we've seen the outer part of the plate get called for a strike. Expanding the zone a little bit up high. Not going to expand it too much like that. Evens up the count at 2-2. Bussy's pitch. Martini pops it up. Just over our heads here in the booth. I was getting ready to make a play on it. 2-2. Popped up. We'll see if it stays in play, and it does. And that is the second out of the inning.
Next with Pacelli, number 13, Peyton Mansell.
Good play made over there, I believe, by Tristan Wickland. Swing and a miss. A big hack from Peyton Mansell. Bussy pitching well here in the second inning. Fouled right off the end of the bat, and it's a 0-2 count. Now Mansell is down to 1 strike in the inning. Bussy's pitch just outside. I think it was a little high as well. One and two. Mansell hits this one into second base to Henrik for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Mosinee Indians on top, 3-1. As coming up will be Amber Gonzalez, Elena Benbenek, and Maggie Waller, who hit that 2-run shot to deepen the lead. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Top of inning number 3 here on Zaleski Sports. Today's game is presented by Visit Marshfield. Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 31st through June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. Also by Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all of the businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. And by Shoot a Funeral. Shoot a Funeral Home is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shoot a Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. Mansell's first pitch, it's a liner into left field, and it drops by Caden Nelson. Gonzalez rounding second, gets halfway and steps back to second base, and it is a stand-up double for Amber Gonzalez here in the third. That ball is nicely hit there by Amber Gonzalez. And it is starting to rain again. And now Alana Benbenek with a runner in scoring position early in the third. Fastball, outer corner, called for a strike. Mansell's got to be aware of her pitches so that base runner doesn't get to third. Drops the bunt, went right off the helmet of Benbenek in the plate. If she would have left the box and she got hit by it, that would have been an out. And it was pretty close to happening. 0-2 on Benbenek. I would not think a bunt will be dropped here. Swung on and missed. And Benbenek is retired on strikes.
Number 7, the right fielder, Maggie Waller.
And now it comes Maggie Waller, who broke the scoreless game with a 2-run shot into deep center field in the first. 1 down. Fastball down low. And in the pregame of this, Maggie, she said she was very confident that Mosinee can win this game. And she is carrying that confidence forward as it is a base hit, an RBI single. 3 RBIs into the game for number 7, Maggie Waller.
And next, number 22, second baseman, Addison Henry.
And it's a 4-1 ball game. Katie Elkin in center field had a tough time finding the ball as it hit a really rough hop on her, but able to hold the runner at first for Addison Henrik. Addie 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a strikeout. Mosinee has scored runs every inning so far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 1 here in the third. The pitch, swing and a miss. A very large swing from Henrik. Oh and 2. Waller staying put there at first base. Swing and a miss, down on strikes for the second time is Henrik. 2 gone.
Number 4, first baseman, Tristan Wickland.
So the top half of this batting order for Mosinee has been hard hitting on Peyton Mansell, and now it's in the middle of the order where she has been able to shut them down. First pitch there is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Second pitch, drops a bunt foul. I was very surprised to see a drop bunt, especially from your first baseman. Oh and 2. Now she's got to be defensive behind the plate and swing at something that looks like it's a strike. Taking her time from the stretch is Mansell. Here it comes. Fastball fouled away. I was talking earlier about the size difference and the comparison between these schools. Pacelli has an enrollment of 169 students. Mosinee, 621. Nice stop there over at second base by Tess to make the play for out number 3. So 1 run scores via the RBI base hit from none other than Maggie Waller. And we are going to head to the bottom of inning number 3. It's a 3-run ball game here on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Welcome back, everybody, here from Spud Field here at the WIAA Park Complex here in Plover. Mosinee on top 4-1 over Pacelli here in the Battle of the Beasts. One in Division 2, the other in Division 5. Nelson takes a strike from Ava Bussey. Caden Nelson playing in left field today. A 1-1, foul back. One and two on Caden. Swung on and hit right over here. Right over the netting. We'll try it again at 1-2. Here it comes, off speed, hit up the middle, and it's going to drop for a base hit. For Caden Nelson, the leadoff runner is aboard for the Cardinals to begin this third inning. And now to round up the starting nine is Ava Tess. Ava against Ava. I was looking at the footage that we had of Pacelli's game against Pittsville the other day, and we had Amelia Martini and Caden Nelson go in the highlight house. Little did I know that the microphone was muted, so we didn't even hear them. That's the disadvantage of being the lone person doing the production work. Drops a bunt. It's a good one to advance the base runner. And it was a very low throw from Bussey. But the runner does advance to second. So the sacrifice bunt was made to get Caden Nelson over to second. Runner in scoring position. This would be a huge run to score for Pacelli. Maddie Pionic at the plate. Pionic hits one high into left field, just right at foul territory for the second out.
Up next, number 5, the center fielder, Katie Ilka.
So Pionic, she's now 1 for 2 after flying out. And Katie Elka, she dropped that sacrifice to be the RBI of today's game. First pitch outside. Bottom of the third inning, a big swing and a miss. Throw back. Pretty close. But Nelson is safe. 1-1. Popped up, and this looks like it's going to be a scoreless third inning for the Cardinals. And Mosinee's defense, they've had a lot of hardly hit balls to them. The Cardinals just haven't been able to take advantage of those in the pitching. It has been great from Ava Bussey. It's a 4-1 ball game as we head to inning number 4 here on Zaleski Sports.
The work that you put in is the work you're going to get out. Starts in the weight room, focusing on those fundamentals, whether it's throwing form, hitting form, running form. So that way when you come to the game, you're not really thinking about them. In my sessions with Carter at WPI, I kind of learned how to be very strong and very flexible at the same time. High pressure situations, the world's pushing down on you and you're trying to push back. Don't let the moment get too big.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Fourth inning. Just getting close to that, or just by the halfway point here in Plover. And a line straight at the plate here. Swing and a miss. One and one. The count. And you'd figure if this is possibly going to be the last few batters here for Peyton Mansell, she has been roughed up in that top half of the order from the Mosinee Indians, because this is the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Mosinee coming to the plate here in the fourth. And the rain is falling a little harder here. 2 and 1. Pitch inside. We've seen that one get called a strike a few times. Did not get the benefit of the doubt that time. It's a 3-1 count. Hitters count here for straight. Fastball outside, ball 4. And Straight takes first base for the second time today. She scored the lone run in that second inning. Ava Buss. Mansell looking for a double play ball. Fastball, missed it inside. Looked like a good pitch. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Throw back to first. Sliding in safely. Yenter threw a cannon to Trzynski. Now Adeline Straight's going to have some dirt on that uniform thanks to the rain. Off speed in their first strike. 1-2. You think if Mansell didn't make a couple of those mistakes from earlier, popped up, Trzynski, foul. Saw the net shake there. Would have stayed in the territory if the net wasn't stretched out so far. The netting here at Spud Field, it's stretched out a pretty good distance. Hit over here towards the booth again. Bussy hanging in there at a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swung and fouled back. Mansell just can't get those whiffs that she's had most of this year. And grabbing the pitcher's chalk many times, probably to keep the stick on the ball. 1-2. hit right at the Pacelli dugout. But as I was saying a few pitches ago, if Mansell didn't have a couple of those pitching mistakes, especially with those wild pitches, we could have a one-run ball game. One or two-run game, very likely. Into the dirt, and it gets away. This is exactly what happened in the second. Runner advances to second now. And if you think back to the first time these two teams were meeting each other this year, it was a very close ball game until the game got postponed by the rain. A called strike 3 as Bussey goes down on strikes. 1 down. But Mansell was pitching very well. And then as it was towards the end of that third inning, she ended up walking a batter. Looked like the inning was going to be over. And the home run happened right after that. And Mosinee brought things back to a one-run game at that time. And we were thinking that that game was possibly going to continue from that score. But they did not play enough to do so. Emily Verhassel with 1 down tries to drop a bunt, and Yenter goes running all the way up to the pitcher's mound. Scared off the runner a little bit there. Once again, we thank all of our viewers for tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. 1-1 count. This ball's hit well, and it gets by Caden Nelson right between the legs, and 1 run is easily scoring. And how about this? Emily Verhassel all the way into third base to make it a 5-1 ball game. That is going to be a crucial error from what was looking like a very easy base hit, and maybe a great play at the plate was going to be made. Turned into an error right through the legs of Caden Nelson. It is a base hit, though, for Verhassel. This ball hit up the middle. 1 run will score. And Taylor Jershly has an RBI single.
Up next, number 13, Amber Gonzalez.
And this is the production that Mosinee was looking for and wanted to have here in the game. These small errors from Pacelli, we don't see this much from them, but they are really coming to bite them. Bunts right through the ball was Amber Gonzalez. Jershly trances back to first. Another thing too that doesn't make these conditions easy to play in, but this is for both sides. The fact that it's just raining like this. Just a consistent rain. I didn't even see rain in the forecast for today. High fastball. Throw back to first. Jershly back safely. And yeah, we got the clear skies that are, I believe, just west of us. So we're just in an unlucky spot for weather, I guess. Tough play is going to be made, and it drops for a base hit for Amber Gonzalez. And Peyton Mansell is getting roughed up right now.
Up next, number 33, Alana.
This is something she has not seen at all this season. And now is Pacelli. This is where you learn. A meeting between Trzynski, Yenter, and Mansell at the mound. This is where you learn from the mistakes that you're making. This is what makes good teams great. How do you respond to moments like this? Triple contact. Sano went right off of Ben Bennick's bat, then off of Yenter's mask, and off the umpire's mask. 0-1. A good inning here in the fourth for Mosinee. 2 runs have scored, looking to add more. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Maggie Waller awaiting on deck. Peyton Mansell hoping to ground into a double play ball here. One and two. Here comes the pitch from Mansell. 1-2. Hit sharply into left. Nelson grabs it, the throw to the cutoff, and 1 run will score. 3-run inning for the Indians.
Up for the innings, number 7, Maggie Waller.
Runners at first and second. And I believe we may have a pitching change as Coach Mo goes up to Peyton Mansell. And it looks like she's directing something that's going on here. It looks like Ella Van Order is going to come into the game. Hannah Trzynski will pitch. And Peyton Mansell's day is done. And she got hit up pretty hard. So Trzynski will be throwing some warm-up pitches as Coach Molsky did not want to see Mansell go up against Maggie Waller again. But Mosinee, they've had 4 straight base hits here in this 4th inning. A 3-run 4th as of now with only 1 down. We're going to take a break here as Trzynski goes through her warm-ups. We'll be back here on Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
And welcome back, everybody here. 1 down here in the 4th inning. It's been a big 4th inning here for the Mosinee Indians. Hannah Trzynski on the mound pitching against Maggie Waller. And Peyton Mansell's day has come to an end in 3 1/3 innings. If I believe I can do math correctly, 7 hits allowed in the game for Peyton, called strike 2. Seven hits given up by Mansell. 5 walks. That's the stat that really comes to bite her since she's only given up a few walks this season. But now they got to trust in the senior. Try to keep things close here in the 6-run ball game. One and 2. Trzynski loves these moments, and she got her swinging. That is a big strikeout for Hannah Trzynski. Like I said, she loves to be in the moments against these big teams. And Molsky was telling me about it the other day after the game against Pittsville. I asked her what her pitchers lineup looked like between the three of them. And I guess you could call them the big three of Peyton Mansell, Amelia Martini, and Hannah Trzynski. And she's got Trzynski in there at the 2. Mansell as the ace, even though she got roughed up. But Pacelli trying to make that change to make something happen. Almost felt like I was quoting a little bit of Michael Jackson there. Addison Henrik with 2 down here in the 4th. Martini over at first base. Ella Van Order into the game in right field. Mansell is done. Outside. The throw to third is right on the money, and she is out. Looked like she dodged the tag. Amber Gonzalez was pleading her case. She is upset and shaking her head with that one, as that is the end of this 4th inning. But Mosinee putting up 3 runs on the board here in the inning. We'll see if Pacelli can make a response. We'll be right back.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Back between innings here on Zaleski Sports. We'll change that to the bottom of the inning. There we go. Today's game is brought to you by Farner Asphalt. Want to make an excellent seasonal money in a short window of time this spring, summer, and fall? Join in Farner Asphalt, your locally owned leader in pavement contracting. Farner is the industry leader in quality service and, most importantly, safety. Take advantage of these excellent seasonal wages and apply today at farnerasphalt.com. Seems like it was very close to making a play. So Trzynski down 0-1 off that foul ball. And it is raining again. This rain is just going on and off. And it is falling at different rates every single time. You can just hear it fall right now. Pitch down low into the dirt. That pitch might have just got away from Bussy. You would have to think it's from the rain as she throws it back to the catcher. Clean off the ball. Throw it back. And it is pouring. Not as much of a downpour as it was a few weeks ago between these two, but it's pouring. Trzynski hits one hard into right field for the out. That ball was hit very hard by the senior. Pacelli is making some really good contact in these at-bats. They just can't get the hits. They can't find the gaps. Yenter fouls it off. Maggie Waller didn't really have to move anywhere in right field. She was already playing it kind of deep. Yenter fouls it towards Coach Mo. Down 0-2. Our game is on a quick pause here as they exchange softballs. And I'm not sure how many times I saw Manso change which ball she was pitching with in Mosinee's at-bats. This pitch well up high. Pacelli making lots of noise in that third base dugout. Trying to get back into it. One batter at a time. Yenter hits one to the gap, and it drops at the wall, falling over. Yenter goes into second base with a stand-up double. And that is how you get momentum going if you are the Pacelli Cardinals. Make sure that she's all right there in left center field. Took a really awkward fall. I'm not sure if that was Amber Gonzalez or Adeline Strait. I think it was Strait who ended up falling over. She went to roll her ankle on the play. So while Cody Brisky goes to check on his player, we're going to take a quick TV timeout. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer including disability and veterans.
And we are back. Looks like Adeline Strait is doing A-OK. Kaylin Yenter, the runner, on second with one out. Kelsey Giese at the plate. The pitch into the dirt for a ball. And that Pacelli dugout, they are really making some noise. 1-0. Way up high. Throw back. Dangerous. I'm not sure if I would have done that. A nice catch, though, by Henrik there at second to keep it from getting away. 2-0. Foul back. Ava Bussey only has one strikeout here in the ball game. Otherwise, it's been a bunch of fly balls. Not many ground outs. A high pop-up over into right field. And Waller makes the grab. The throw to third. Not in time. Two gone. Yenter does advance the extra 60, though. Once again, another pop-up for an out. And Amelia Martini. Boy, has she delivered in some pretty big moments this season for the Pacelli Cardinals. Looking to at least score one to get a little momentum going. Takes a ball inside, and we've seen that one get called for a strike a few times. Van Order waiting on deck, checks her swing, and she did go. 1-1. Now if you're Mosinee, you got to be careful with your pitches. Try not to go wild. Just play catch with the catcher, and this is a base hit for Martini. And Pacelli puts one on the board. It's 7-2. That's a big base hit right there for Amelia Martini. Five-run ball game here in the fourth. Ella Van Order hitting for Peyton Mansell. Down low for a ball. The girls in that dugout really trying to distract the defense. Swing and a miss. Kaden Nelson waiting on deck. Van Order watches for a strike. It's a 1-2 to Van Order. First at bat of the ball game. Bussey's pitch way up high, and she chased it. Strike 3, but Pacelli does get 1 run on that board to put it to within 5. It's going to be a tough climb to come back, but we'll see what can be done as Mosinee will come to the plate coming up here on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 5th inning here on Zaleski Sports, and it's still raining, but it's definitely not raining as hard as it was earlier. And Hannah Trzynski is dealing with Addie Henrik again after Gonzalez was thrown out at third in the 4th. And she was down to that 0-2 count. 1-1. So Henrik probably a little happy she gets to redo her count in the batter's box. The Skies are trying to clear here. Ball outside. 2-1. Mosinee almost batted the entire order back in the 4th, scoring those 3 runs. Fastball down and away. And it's a good hitters count here for Henrik. Henrik's got 2 strikeouts in the ball game. Here comes the pitch. Down and away. Ball 4. It's a leadoff base runner here for the Indians.
Number 4, Tristan Wickman.
And this is a little bit of the inconsistency we have seen this year from Hannah Trzynski. Tristan Wickland now. She's also struck out twice here in the ball game. Runner looked like she was going to go. The throw back to first. Very close. Now Mosinee's dugout is making some noise. Tristan down to 0-1. Timeout taken at the plate. We'll reset it. And Trzynski getting ready to pitch. Here it comes. Runner goes. Throw to second right off of her knee. And Henrik is safe at second. But She got hit right in the kneecap on that throw, but she is good. Big stolen base for the Indians. It should be an 0-2 count. Scoreboard says 1-1. It should be 0-2. The pitch. Runner thought about going, and Yenter did a double pump. Now it's a 1-2 count. There we go. The pitch. Drops the bunt, and the runner's caught between second and third. Pitch outside. 2-2. I'll say this. Henrik, she is playing with fire with her base running right now. And it seems like there's a little bit of confusion between the count between home plate and Coach Cody Britsky. It should be a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, a liner, and it gets by right off the glove. Van Order picks it up, throws it to the cutoff, and a run scores for the Indians. And just like that, it's a 6-run ball game again. Tristan Wickland has the RBI base hit. And Pacelli, they're just giving up way too many base runners here in the game. Straight coming to the plate. She has walked both of her appearances and scored both times. Runner goes. Yenter's throw to second would have been it, but it was too high. And she is safe at second. Mosinee getting aggressive on the base pads. You would have to think they're getting aggressive due to the weather and just the conditions it is to throw. It's way harder on the defense. Say it was a day like yesterday, I don't think these base runners are going to be running as much. I think the wet conditions really do play a big role into the decision-making of these coaches and the players. A 2-0 count, a good hitter's count here for Straight. Watches up high, it's a 3-0 count. Hannah Trzynski trying to avoid a 4-pitch walk. You don't want to walk Adeline Straight. Both times she's walked, she has scored. Watches this for a strike. She's got at least 2 more pitches that she can play with here in this 6-run ball game. Here it comes outside, and that is ball 4. And that was a batter you did not want to walk. Ava Bussey comes to the plate now. No one is out, and 1 run has scored in the inning already. Mosinee has scored at least 1 run in every single inning in the game. Drops a bunt. It is foul. Looked like a pretty good bunt. Yeah, that ball did look like it hit Bussey as she was leaving the box. Which, once again, that would have been an out. We've seen that happen twice. 0-1. Fastball. Hammered that right at the third base dugout. She got all of the barrel on that swing. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. Oh, very early swing and a miss. And Ava Bussey is down on strikes.
Up to bat, number 1, Emily for Hassel.
So a big strikeout there for Hannah Trzynski, as she made Ava Bussey look pretty bad on that. And now it's Emily Verhassel. 1 for 2 in the ball game here today. Had an RBI base hit in the 4th. First pitch up high. 1-0. And it looks like the rain has stopped here at Spud Field. Let's hope I didn't jinx that. Trzynski's second pitch is swing and a miss. Yenter is making the runners retreat back, and this time she threw it to second. Once again, with the conditions you're dealing with as someone who's throwing the ball on defense, I don't know if I would try to make a play like that. 1-1, 1 down on number 1. Ball 2. For Hassel trying to get into the hitter's count here. Here in the 6-run ball game, the pitch, a swing and a miss. She was picking her pitch to swing at. I think she was going all on the fastball. Now if you're Hannah Trzynski, do you stick with the fastball or do you try to change it up and throw her off? The pitch. Fastball, got her looking. Strike 3. That actually might have been the change. That was tough to tell. The ball had a different velocity on it. Consecutive strikeouts here for Hannah Trzynski here in the 5th. Now it's Taylor Jershey in her 4th appearance. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Has an RBI single. Jershey watches the first one down low. On deck's Amber Gonzalez. And the Pacelli hitters. Coming up will be Kaden Nelson, Ava Tess, and then back to the top of Maddie Pionic in the bottom of the half, or the bottom inning of the 5th. It's a 1-1 count. 2 gone. Trzynski up high. 2-1 to Talon. Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover, with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. Off speed. For a ball, it's a 3-1 count. And if you're Pacelli, you do not want to give up a walk here. Gotta deliver a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to Pionic. The throw to Martini is in time. And down they go in the 5th. So, 5.5 in the books. 1 run scores for the Indians to make it a 6-run game. Once again, we'll see if Pacelli has a comeback in them with a little bit to go here on Zaleski Sports.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in AutoSelect. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
And welcome back, everybody. It's the bottom of the 5th here at the WIAA Park Complex here in Plover. First pitch from Ava Bussey is in there for a strike. Bussey on to her 5th inning of work here in the game. The second pitch. It's a 1-1 count to Caden Nelson. Had a base hit in the 3rd. Nelson watches this one up high. 2-1. Hats off to both of these teams for the amount of noise level they're creating. Try to keep both teams going here. 3-1 to Caden Nelson. And if you're Ava Bussey here, I don't know if I would try to put something down the middle because she can put a big swing on one. The pitch up high. It's ball 4. A 5-pitch walk. And the leadoff base runner once again is aboard. This is the 3rd inning of the 5 innings in the game where Pacelli has had a leadoff base runner aboard in the game. Ava Tess watches another ball. That's 4 consecutive. You got to be careful now. If you're Cody Britsky, if Bussey keeps walking these batters, you have to figure out when to make that change. Finally catching the zone here, though. Tess hits one. No diving attempt. It gets by the fielder. And Caden Nelson will stop at 3rd base. And Ava Tess is in there with a double. Maybe a single. Not sure what that one's going to be ruled as. But 2 runners are aboard for the Cardinals. And this is from the bottom of the order. And it seems like Coach Britsky might be making that change, as he is seeing his starter get hit on a lot here in the game. Pacelli starting to find those gaps. Very similar to the game in Pittsville. I'm not sure if he's going to make a change or not. He might just have a meeting with the team. And that is what he's doing. But this is how Pacelli scored 13 runs against Pittsville in the 5th. Speaking of the 5th inning, it's the 5th inning right now. I don't know if we got signs of rewriting history or not, but Pacelli's made it a great start. Maddie Pionic, 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the beginning of the game. Takes a strike. Good pitch there from Bussey. This ball hit very lightly over to Jerschley at shortstop for the first out. And that is the out that Mosinee really needed right there. Try to get that momentum back. Elka swings on it. Foul. It's a 6-run ball game. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for Pacelli. Elka takes a strike. A good pitch. The fastball from Bussey. Down 0-2. Trzynski, the hitter on deck. Fastball, swing and a miss. Got her down on strikes. And it seems like Coach Britsky just needed to have a meeting with his team. 2 consecutive outs. Pacelli's got to score runs here in this inning. I would think if they want to have a chance. Based on how Mosinee has scored at least one run every single inning. Takes a strike. 1-1 to Hannah Trzynski. Takes a fastball up high. Nice job holding the bat back. She wanted to swing at it. 2-1. That's a big pitch to not swing at if they score runs here. Outside for a ball. And she's got the hitter's count of a 3-1 with Kaylin Yenter on deck, and in the fourth, she had a leadoff double. Here comes the pitch. It's popped up. Calling on it at second base is Henrik for the third out, and that is a huge sigh of relief for the Mosinee Indians. Pacelli could not get a single run on the board, and they had all the advantages to be able to do so. So we're going to head to the 6th inning. It's a 6-run game. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Center fielder.
And welcome back, everybody, here on Zaleski Sports. Brendan Retzloff here with you guys. Today's game is brought to you by Point Brewing. The Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point Gourmet sodas, handcrafted in small batches. Each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment. From tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point Root Beer, every bottle is in the house. First pitch was a strike right there to Amber Gonzalez here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Turn your house into a home and shop home furniture. Home furniture on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. The Mosinee Indians here in today's game have scored runs in every inning. Like I said, 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third, and a swing and a miss. Gonzalez is down on strikes.
Number 33, the catcher,
But 2 in the first, 1 in both the second and the third inning. Then in the fourth, they scored 3 and 1 run in the 5th. Alana Bembenik's turn. Had a base hitter last time up. Took a walk, struck out, and has a base hit. And the skies are starting to clear here in Plover. Foul tip. Down 0-2. Looks like Trzynski is having a pretty good inning of strikes so far. A 6-run game here in the 6th. Swung on, very lightly tapped, and the throw is going to be made there at first from Trzynski for out number 2.
Number 7, the right fielder, Maggie Waller.
And these are the outs that Pacelli has been looking for, and this is the first time in the game where we have seen the first 2 outs on Mosinee with no one on base. since the first inning. Swing and a miss. Maggie Waller still trying to figure out Hannah Trzynski's pitching. Trzynski taking her time from the stretch. The pitch. Outside. Not sure where that missed. You can barely see the plate. That's one thing why it might be tough to call balls and strikes. I'm surprised they haven't cleaned it off. I'm actually very shocked. Swung on, fouled off. At least from up here, we can barely see the plate. I don't know about everybody else's perspective. You guys back at home, let us know. I mean, you can see it, but it's very dim. 1-2. Swung on sharply. Elka in center field diving, couldn't get it. Van Order's going to grab it, throws it into Tess, and it is a stand-up double for Maggie Waller.
Number 22, second baseman, Addison Henner.
A tough play to make there. And it's center field. And Maggie Waller once again making some great contact. As Addie Henrik comes to the plate. Hitless in the ball game. Now they're finally cleaning it off. Thanks for listening to me. You must have got the memo from one of the people in the audience back there who might be watching the game on their phone. First pitch down low. 1-0. Trzynski, she is still taking her time on the mound. Second pitch down into the dirt again. Trying to set up a comfortable area for herself on the mound. Left these first two pitches pretty short. A 2-0 count. Good hitters count on Henrik. Henrik, grounder to Pionik, fielded nicely. The throw to Martini is in time, and this is the first scoreless inning that Pacelli has been able to throw here in the ballgame. Hats off to Mosinee for how well they have been playing thus far. We're going to keep things here with you guys between innings and just go through our ads that we have. So, it's an 8-2 game, middle of the 6th. Today's game is presented by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Also by Meta. When it comes to customized apparel or your local sports team apparel, turn to Meta in Stevens Point. From corporate outings to outfit your club or sports team, Meta has all you can need. Also by Hoff Favor Real Estate. Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate. Bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-run game. Ava Bussey still pitching. Four hits allowed by Ava Bussey here today. Swung back. It's a foul. 0-2. 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, and 1 walk for Ava Bussey. 0-2, foul tip. Could not bring it into the glove was Ben Bennick. And Kaylin Yenter is sitting alive at 0-2. So it's Yenter, Giese, and Martini set to bat here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball. A grounder. Jershly fielded nicely. The throw to first is not caught. I'm not sure if it would have been in time either. And once again, Pacelli has a leadoff base runner. That has been the story of the game for Pacelli. They've gotten leadoff base runners. They just cannot take advantage of them. Now it's Kelsey Geezy. Geezy fouls it back. Geezy, she has a couple of home runs this year. And that would be a big moment for Pacelli if she could deliver with something. Geezy hits one into the gap, and it drops at the back wall. Yenter rounds third. She's going to go home. The throw to the plate. It's way too high, and Kelsey Geezy is in at third base with an RBI double.
Up the plate, number 18, Amelia Martini.
And that was probably a throw that shouldn't have been made if you're Taylor Jershly over at short. Now Pacelli has a chance to cook something up. A big RBI, and then now it's Amelia Martini. She delivered last time she was at the plate. RBI base hit in the fourth. I'm surprised they're not having somebody drop a bunt. Try to guarantee that runner to score and maybe throw off a throw on the defense. 1-1 to Amelia. With the power hitting of her at the plate, though, I understand it very well from Coach Mo's perspective. Two and one. Martini watches this one up high. And now if you're Ava Bussey and you walk Martini, if I'm elephant order, I'm dropping a bunt. The pitch. Ground ball. Nice soccer play there by Coach Mo. Again. She's showing off Cody Britsky. That's how you do it. It's a full count to Amelia Martini. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Struck out swinging.
Number 33, Ella Van Order.
What a big strikeout pitch. Relying heavily on the changeup right there. Swing and a miss. If you're Van Order, I don't know why you don't try to drop down a bunt and score that other runner to cut the deficit in half. There it is. Popped it up and almost was caught behind home plate. Swung at the first pitch. Tried to drop a bunt on the second. Interesting. 0-2. Kaden Nelson waiting on deck. Fastball. Missed it outside. Of the 5 strikeout victims for Ava Bussey, 4 of them have gone down from the changeup. Van Order's the one who hasn't, and she swings through it again. Down on strikes goes Van Order. The only batter to strike out on the fastball today. Geezy on third. Nelson hits a blooper, and it's going to drop to score a run. It's a 4-run game.
To the plate, number 20, Ava Tess.
That was the run that they were very much looking for. And now Ava Tess comes to the plate. Pacelli's got 2 back here in the inning. Tess watches up high. High and away was that one. That last inning is looking Very unfortunate for Pacelli as they had the 2 runners in scoring position with no one out. 1-1. Pitch into the dirt. Tess had a base hit in the 5th. Had a sacrifice bunt and a base hit here in the ball game. 2-1. Up high. Throw back to first. Nelson gets back. It's a 3-1 count. One thing that Ava Bussey has done really well today is work from the batter's counts. 3-1. Hits it for a strike on the outer corner of the plate. Only 1 walk in the ball game for Bussey, and she has been in a 3-2 count so many times today. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes, but Pacelli is able to get 2 runs on the board here in the 6th as we head to inning number 7 in a 4-run ball game. Mosinee looking to hang on and once again give Pacelli a loss just like they had last year. We're going to keep things here with you guys. Today's game is presented by Nicolet Bank. Nicolet Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Kobe, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicoletbank.com. Also by Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. Also by Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. It's the top of the 7th, and Tristan Wickland is at the plate for the 4th time today. Had a base hit in the 5th. Wickland hits it high into the air, deep, tracking over the wall, and it is out of here. Tristan Wickland goes yard to lead off the 7th. It's a 9-4 lead for Mosinee. And a pinch hitter coming into the game for Adeline Strait. And it's going to be Brooklyn Simonis.
And for the innings, number 27, Brooklyn Simonis.
Tristan Wickland might have just delivered the exclamation point here in Plover with the solo shot. 5-run ball game and a check swing and a miss. Two home runs here in the ball game for Mosinee. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. I would say if it was raining, it probably wouldn't have made it out of the park. Watches the second pitch from Trzynski down low. Nine to 4. This pitch missed up high. 2-1. Keep in mind, Mosinee, they are a Division II program. Pacelli is a Division V program. You typically see teams, interesting, called it a foul ball. You typically see teams, almost so many other teams who are Division V facing against a team like Mosinee. You would probably see this game end in a very quick amount of time, probably in 3 innings. Last year, Mosinee had a big lead on Pacelli. Pacelli almost was able to make a comeback happen. A full count now. Simonis fouls it off again. Sticking at 3-2 in the count. Runs have scored in every inning for the Indians but the 6th. Fastball hit right to Trzynski for the out. So that's the first out of the inning. And you have a Bussy comes to the plate. Bussy watches down and away. She has done a fantastic job on the mound pitching here today. Giving up those 4 runs. She's got the 6 strikeouts. But one really big thing that's not talked about much is how she has worked when batters had those hitters counts against her. Only has given up 1 walk in the game. When I can tell you more than a handful of Pacelli batters were dealing with 3-1 counts. This pitch high and inside. 2-1. Not sure if Pacelli is going to have enough strength to make a comeback happen in the 7th, but they will be starting with the top of their batting order. Two and 2 to the Bus. Here's the pitch. She fouls it off. Coach Britsky was telling me he felt very confident, feeling very good going into today's game, and Maggie Waller said the exact same thing, a swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Bussy.
Off the bat, number 14, Jenna Bartnick.
But Maggie Waller, she said the exact same thing, and she wasn't being arrogant about it. She had all the confidence within her. Jenna Bartnick coming to the plate here for Emily Verhasselt as Coach Britsky going into his bag of tricks. Two gone in the 7th, takes a strike. I believe Bartnick, she was set to be one of the starters in the game that they were going to play here a few weeks ago. Go back to my scorebook. Yeah, she was as a designated hitter in the 9 spot. One and 1. Way down low, bounced before home plate. And I'm just looking at that, what could have been in that game. Mansell was on a strikeout Haven machine. Taylor Jershly hit a triple in that game, and then Addie Henrik hit a 2-run home run. And Pacelli, they were on top 4-3 in that game through the 3 innings that were played. Swing and a miss. Down they go. But Tristan Wickland was able to go yard and hit a solo shot to make it a 9-4 game as we are headed to the bottom of inning number 7. We'll take a quick 10-second timeout and be right back here on Zaleski Sports. And welcome back, everybody. Just about to get started with the bottom half of the 7th here on Zaleski Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Pick up all your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof from all the brands you trust. Cats or dogs, they've got you covered. Shop your pets' everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. And by Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site, look to Wood Street Rental in Stevens Point. First pitch for a ball. The bus is trying to go the full distance. Carry her team home and drive home happy to Mosinee. 2-0 the count on Maddie Pionic. 1. That's a strike. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Had a base hit in the first. 2-1. Pitch up high. 3-1. We've seen this count many times. We'll see if we see the same response. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That is the same response we have seen every time. And Bussy, she always looks back over there towards Coach in the dugout. This one's popped up and the play is made at first for out number 1. The amount of times that Ava Bussy has been able to navigate out of that. 1 down in the 7th. Takes a strike. Is Katie Elka. Hitless in the ball game. Had the sacrifice in the first. Pops it up, foul. Trzynski on deck. Pacelli down to their final 2 outs. 0-2. Fastball, it's dropped for strike 3. The throw to first is good. And 2 runners are down here in the 7th. Mosinee looking to shut the door. Trzynski watches the first pitch up high. Mosinee looking to go 18-0 and stay undefeated. If the score holds up, Pacelli will drop to 17-2. And they will have their eye on the conference title when they get to take on Almond Bancroft on Monday. But Mondovi is coming up on Saturday. 2-0. This ball is hit into right field. And who a better person to make the final out of the game than Maggie Wohler, who had the 4 RBIs in the ball game. And the Mosinee Indians win this game 9-4 to go to 18-0. Pacelli falls to 17-2. But this was a terrific game played by the Mosinee Indians. The Cardinals, they had their chances. They just could not get them done. So, with that being said, we're coming to the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll be right back.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Brendan Retzloff here. We will see if I can catch up with Coach Britsky for the victorious Mosinee Indians. We'll see if I can get him here. I'm all the way up in the booth. I was putting all the numbers together and everything, and final track scores here for the Indians. So Ava Bussey, pitching the 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 4 runs scored, but 3 were earned on her in the game. And we will, we'll see what happens here. But what a game. 9-4, the final score. Looks like as the cleaning is being done, we might not be able to get anybody in the highlight house. I don't know if we can get anybody here, but I would love to talk with Ava Bussey here, or possibly Maggie Waller and Coach Britsky. But if that is the end of the line here for us here on our broadcast, final score 9-4. And it seems like that will close things out. But coming up next for both of these programs, so Mosinee, they'll be going to Lakeland next. then they'll be at Northland Pines and Medford. And then Coach Britsky said they'd be taking on Spash for one of those fun games. So that should be a really good Division I, Division II matchup. I'm not sure if that will be right here for you guys here on Zaleski Sports. But speaking of what we're doing here on Zaleski Sports, I don't know if you guys were able to tune in to the sports show yesterday with Dan and Jason, but Zaleski Sports is finally bringing out some magazines in some pretty awesome locations. I believe in Marshfield. I know Marshfield's one of the locations. I don't want to spread false information, so I'm not going to say any other locations. We'll just say areas in central Wisconsin. So it's a really awesome thing that they're doing there. I thank them for the work that I get to do here every day, every chance that I get. I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. But with all that being said, coming up next for Pacelli, they'll be against Mondovi on Saturday. Then on Monday against Allman Bancroft, and that game will be to take the conference crown. Allman Bancroft is 8-1 this season. And Pacelli, they roughed up Allman Bancroft the last time over in Allman. And that was also a few weeks ago. Then Tri-County will be next for them. The game against Anago, I'm not sure if that'll be on the schedule. But then to round off, to close the season, going into the playoffs will be against St. Mary's Springs Academy. And all the games will take place right here at Warwick Park, here at Spud Field. So stay tuned for that. All of our Mosinee fans, thanks for tuning in. All of our Pacelli fans, thank you for tuning in. This is Brendan Retzloff signing off now here on Zaleski Sports. Have a wonderful night, everybody.